Greetings and salutations, one and all. I am Kaibio, the Dapper Bakaneko. In case you've missed it, I've been playing a bit of Fargo's mod for Terraria. It's been quite fun trying out all the new combinations of items. Well, let's get started. Well, first things first actually, I wish to welcome you all to a special stream. Because it is a holiday stream, I considered actually not doing anything today, but I decided to, well, stream today as a gift, as a present to you all. I'm not usually one to give gifts. Maybe dead mice on the occasion. So let's get started. Yes, Kaibio. And right into Fargo. Ah yes, quite festive. So it bears being said, I wish to wish you all a happy holidays. No matter what you celebrate, I am thinking of you these holidays. Anyways, let's get started today, shall we? I don't know what I'm going to do first. Well, last stream was quite a race. Back to... Well, it wasn't a race per se, but I took on Skeleton with the help of this spidery mount, which is really fast. The mobility. How are you? It's floating. Anywho, I managed to take on the skeletal guardian of the dungeon with this new spider mount that I have, and with the help of my Finch minions and other minions, like my... oh yes, there it is. My Int. It wasn't until afterward, unfortunately, that I wasn't able to use the enhanced pumpkin seed. Quite a useful little thing. I'm thinking, since I need to upgrade my materials, I might have to do a little bit more exploring. More specifically, downward. I've not gone down very far. And true, while I could explore the depths of the dungeon, I'm very, well, under-armored. After all, I'm just wearing mildew. I think any chance I get, I'm going to be using the vein miner. Oh wait, that's right. I have a grappling hook. I don't need to worry about falling, per se. Thankfully, there's a lot of similar things with this mod. I don't have to worry about different progression. I beg your pardon? I hope the bone I accidentally swallowed didn't puncture. We'll find out if I'm dead in 30 minutes. 'Twas a chicken bone. Well, one must remember to never eat bone. Why would you eat bone? If anything, you're supposed to boil them into a bone broth. Quite tasty with the proper noodle. I didn't mean to. Well, I'm certain everything will turn out alright. I hope you will. It will certainly be an interesting, experience. I can't say I know anybody who's ever eaten a bone and suffered for it. Like I was saying, Reed, you should be fine. One usually tends to not eat bone on a regular basis. Unless, of course, those bones are merely dust. I hear that there's a stew or a porridge of some sort that makes use of ground up bone meal. I suppose that's one way to get one's calcium. Oh, I don't know why that reminded me, but I do have a bit of an update in regards to the ship that I've been working on. Like I said in my stream yesterday when I was working on Starbound, I said I would make good on, fixing the ship off stream, making it more aesthetically pleasing and not doing any changes to the ship on stream because it would be quite boring. Oh yes, bone marrow is quite good. If you ever get a chance to try some bone marrow on steak, I hear it's divine. I do prefer mine to be, roasted a certain way. Otherwise it has an off-metallic kind of taste. And I don't like metal. Not eating metal, at least. I do like metal when it comes to coin and other things. Much like a Meowth, I am quite fond of, well, shiny things like coins. But I wouldn't say that I'm greedy. It's unfortunate that so many people are reviled by the idea of eating bone. Well, rather, bone-related things. But you are quite right to say that it's a delicacy. Protecting your wealth by investing in silver or gold is not greedy. Usually when it comes to shiny things, I usually am fond of jade. A merchant? That's right. A merchant slime. Don't tell anyone, but take this. Pretend you never saw me. Well, so much for reading that. Really? Just a single Red Dynasty shingle? How strange. It is. It is very beautiful. Oh, finally. Needing one of these. Wait, material. First things first, I want to see what else it can make. I know that I can make the heart lantern, but I would very much like to know if it can, well, make something else. After all, I can capture townspeople with Fargo's blood. Ooh, that was close. I don't have a lucky horseshoe to break my fall. These possessed enemy modifiers are just quite funny. It's a slime floating around like it was a demon eye. Unrelenting? What about you? Oh, rampaging, I see. Not today, slime. Not today. Oh good, I'm finding a bit of iron. I'm going to need this. Really? Usually I have to wait for so long to get one of these. I sometimes keep forgetting that I have, well, a vein miner. Playing Vanilla 1.4 has rather spoiled me in a way. Well, hello. I'd rather not have to deal with, well, boulders. If you could, please go away. Oh, you're slow. I thought you were some sort of merchant. Because you weren't moving. Ooh, gold. Why am I suddenly seeing flies? Or what appears to be flies? I would imagine they would be quite small. But I saw flies. The underground can be quite treacherous. I'd still like to know what that bit of fly was about. There were bugs near that gold ore. Perhaps it was an enemy. Oh, there's the infested stuff again. Warping? How interesting. Oh my stars, that was lucky. I hate having to contend with nymphs when I'm, well, not equipped to deal with it. I do hope that she drops the metal detector. A new item has been unlocked in Deviance. What? Who is Deviant? I think it's time to return to the surface. Now that I have a full inventory. I can't wait till I can find the magic mirror. So the mutant. Okay, let's see now. Deviant, embrace suffering while you're at it. Embrace another purchase. You're not getting copper at the moment. No, because I already have copper tools. And really, I don't see the point in collecting copper when I have got the mobility that I, well, need. If I can take on Skeletron without even Demonite, even gold armor, I don't see the point in getting any copper armor. I'm skipping progression, if you will. Oh, you're platinum. I mistook you for silver. Well, there's not much I can do with just a little gold. Oh yes, that's right. I was collecting certain woods so that I can make the dove, if I remember correctly. Hmm. Where are you? Sherbet campfire? Oh, right. Wait a moment, where is it? Oh, certain I needed boring wood. Okay, one bird. Oh, I must have missed it. I scrolled right over it. So I need 50 wood, which is somewhere. Ah, right, I put it away. 50 boring wood. $50 rich mahogany, which means I need to go to the jungle. Ebon wood, so I need shade wood, which I can't get. Well, normally. Trying to remember. I think you're... Oh good, you're not stacking with the other one, so I was right in my assumption. That would be the shade wood that I needed. See, shade wood is from, well, crimson, worlds, and this is not a crimson world. Okay, so shadewood, ebonwood, palmwood, rich mahogany, boreal, regular wood. So I need more palm, which means I need to go to the oceans. I do have palm wood right here, thankfully. Well, since I don't need this for anything but, well, that chocolate heart, I'm just going to consume this. Quite a lot to take in. There's always so much to see. Let's change you to values. I really do need to find more chests. Or make more, I suppose. I'd like to have a variety of chests to indicate what things are inside. Usually. I had a feeling we'd be fine. Well, at least I know with the this item undoing mod, whatever it is called, that I can get infinite amounts of wood and stone. Oh yes, that's right. Since I beat Skeletron, now I have access to a safe. I had a feeling I'd be able to make something out of this. Nature's gift. Well, since I'm going melee, there's no point in using this to make this. You might wonder then why it is that I'm even making any of these stars. Well, I do have some magic on me, and my minions do take, well, magic to summon. I find that a lot of anxiety, people deal with it quite differently. For example, when I deal with anxiety, and yes, despite being a yokai, I have my issues with anxiety. I'm a lot more mortal than most people realize. But when I deal with anxiety, I often have to ground myself. Usually with physical things or mantras, telling myself I'll be fine. Usually, ad nauseum, telling myself again and again that I'll be fine. Usually helps, and some days are just really bad. Medicine and prayer can be useful, yes, but I find it really determines about it's usually the person that matters. What works for one person may not work for another. And though I wish it wasn't the case, I wish I could tell people that everything will be okay, but it's not always the case. There was a motherly figure in my life, maybe 20 or 40 years ago, I don't remember this juncture, but you tend not to remember a lot of things after, well, centuries. But there was this one motherly figure that I knew in my life, and well, they dealt with so many things in their life, so many things that would just bring most other people to their knees. But despite everything, they did not let their anxiety control them. I see what it means by light. Light, aka easy to knock aside. Oh yes, rainbows. They just look different, but they don't do anything different. Other than, well, glowing like a rainbow. Okay, that's quite enough. Thank you ever so much, Finch, for knocking it into me. It's quite hard to remember all the details, but I don't quite remember if she was stepping. Despite the abuse that she's had to deal with. Well, not had to deal with, dealt with rather. The abuse she's dealt with in the past still had haunted her for days, for years. But despite everything, she managed. I think that's ultimately something that one can, well, really reflect upon with certain games. I remember seeing something along the lines of, well, the quote from Undertale, when one looks into a mirror, and it can be used here as well. But the quote was that when the player looks into what was that? What? Okay, I'm going to get rid of you first before I spout any anecdotal or otherwise helpful quotes. You are very strange. So, the quote in the mirror says, "Despite everything, you're still you." And that same message can be applied to, well, anything and anybody. For example, say somebody has grown over the years, that they've become a better person, despite the fact that they may have been, well, quite dastardly in their more formative years. But despite the fact that they were once vile people, and they became good, ultimately they are still them. And vice versa. There could be somebody who was once good, but they've done some very terrible things. It's ultimately a quote about self and ego. Bully's guilt and shame of bad things I've done, said and ponder. Well, it's definitely something this Dabber Cat can relate to. I've done things, well, in my years when I first became a yokai. I did some quite despicable things. Thus where some of the tales come from, with mischievous acts that, well, yokai perpetrate. We do so because, well, most of us are bold, some of us are experimenting with our powers, and others, well, it all depends on, well, where we came from. But it's usually the acts of what we do in the current day that really define us. Exactly. It's actually something that I have learned from even playing games. League of Legends has one particular quote that I'm quite fond of in regards to that, and it comes from the monkey himself, Wukong. The quote is that every lesson or every mistake is a lesson, and it is quite true. Oh yes, the spider is quite quick. It's how I was able to beat Skeletron last time I had streamed Fargo's. The mobility allows me to, well, do things that I would otherwise need rocket boots for, or wings. Even though I am tied mostly to the ground, mobility is all that really matters. And the funny thing is being able to stand above enemies like so. It's the flying enemies that give me the most trouble, unfortunately. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I apologize that the stream has become somewhat, well, therapeutic. No one asked for my opinion on medical things and psychological things, but I felt the need to express myself psychologically, because I had the experiences. Oh yes, that's right, chained, really tied to the player. Oh yes, that's what I received from that Eater of Souls merchant. Master Gamer's Pets. Which is quite funny because it's a tie-in to, well, the Game Master, Captain A. I definitely need to get more dye. I would very much like to use, well, where is it? Oh, that's right, it's a Christmas theme. I would very much like to use this cat shirt, but I need some black dye, and unfortunately, the dye trader doesn't have any for sale. You must craft it. Now, what's this about? Oh, that's right. Immunity to wet in itself is a material. How strange. Some emotions can overlap like sadness and joy. I agree. With a lot of emotions, there's definitely an overlap. Passion is one such emotion that can overlap. You can be passionate in the more, adult sense, or you can be passionate about your work, about your craft, about what you do. I'm passionate about streaming, for example. But I'm also passionate about food. That is very correct. We can all relate about food. Let's see. I think the only thing that's left is the, yes, there is mahogany. Sometimes I look for forageables. Foraging happens to be quite fun, but it can be quite dangerous, especially if one doesn't know what they're doing. There is one particular content creator on TikTok that I follow, and their common outro is happy harvesting or happy foraging and don't die. It is very true. For example, chicken of the wood happens to be a very, chicken-like mushroom in flavor and texture. However, there are other mushrooms that share its consistency, and unfortunately are not safe to eat. Well, that was an easy harvest. I'm not usually one for foraging, but I can at least do so if I need to. But truly, my knowledge happens to be, surviving with structures. More specifically, when I came to Maine, I happened upon a book about a young boy who had gotten lost in the woods. More specifically, he was lost on a mountain. And it taught him to use the hatchet that he had. Okay, what am I missing? What am I missing, Marty? Oh, that's right. There's also this. I should probably use a different bird. I don't remember the last time I had any moles. Well, morels, really. Morals are something completely different. Living loom. So, bird, 50 wood. I have the wood. Okay. So I just needed to be closer to the living loom. There we go. A fig branch. And now I have a dove. Very cute. However, I would very much like to have a minion that can help me. Oh, I'm aware that it is a mushroom. I was just saying, I haven't had one in quite some time. Morels are not something that I seek out. If only you had more than just silver dye and brown dye. I haven't used this before. Oh, well, not since 1.3, but I haven't used the boss log or what have you for quite some time. Let's see, before you begin, do you want to enable progression mode? Progression mode hides a lot of boss content until you've beaten said boss, or some other requirement. This mode is great for blind playthroughs. Well, I am doing a blind playthrough. Note the boss log is disabled until one of the options is selected. Let's see, continue with progression mode disabled, continue with progression mode fully enabled, close boss log and configure progression mode. Don't show this again. So there's that, the Trojan squirrel. Oh, of course, the king slime. I summon it with... Okay. Well, I don't think I have the required gold. I hear you, Caramel, but I don't know what I can do for you. I'm in the middle of streaming. Domestic cats are so needy. To think I was once like that. A metal, F metal. Oh, clicker. What's this? Oh, this must be something else from the amulet of many minions. Oh, good. I don't have to use it. As long as this item is in your inventory, your combat pet would deal additional damage. Yes, Caramel is a good kitty. She can be quite needy, but she's a good kitty. Okay, now that is strange. Cooking pot, golden bar, 25 gold, 250 material. Mithril anvil required. Can be placed, used to craft gold critters. Ruby yo-yo. I need to find myself some more, well, gold. Definitely some rubies. Well, now I can't help but wonder what other kind of yo-yos there are. I do have an amethyst. Can you craft something new? Perhaps an amethyst yo-yo? No, you can't. Okay. Lockbox of many minions. I'm not much of a dog person, as you might imagine, but I'm quite fond of other canids that are very similar. Well, for example, I'm friends with Elred Elion, and he is a fine fox to be friends with. I've known him for quite some time, and he definitely has a nice demeanor. It was actually partly him and a few others that really convinced me to start streaming. This modern age has been quite, well, entertaining. Nothing like quite some many years ago. Usually I had to entertain myself with other things. Books, for example. The arts, learning some other languages. When one lives as long as they do, like me, you find that you must keep yourself from going insane by doing many a thing. And in my case, it was learning. And that has been ever so easily done in this modern age. Well, that makes the both of us. You can probably guess which era of humanity I'm quite fond of. I will get you, you little worm. Can I help you, little fairy? I guess it's just here to shed light. Well, I'd be begging your pardon, but I don't think it's Navi, because Navi's blue. I remember a friend of mine once saying that they wanted to get a tattoo of Navi based on the, well, saying that Mido, whatever his name was, said in Ocarina of Time. And that was that you're not a true man unless you have a fairy. I thought it quite funny. Pop culture's not lost on this Tamabakanaku. I'm quite enthralled by it. I am quite curious and wonder from time to time if any other Bakanaku have modernized themselves as I have. I can say this much at least in regards to, well, much of Japan. Like a few of the mortals in the area, when I had found out that the, well, demon stone as it was split, I was quite, well, in shock that it had actually split. I'm very fond of humanity. You lot are very entertaining. It would be a shame if something bad happened to you. Oh, hello, Zach. How are you, sir? I hope your union is going quite well. Oh, you found something. I'm digging. Please wait, little fairy. It's good to see you, though. Oh, I see. You are going towards that heart. I see. I don't believe either of you have met. Reed, this is Zach. Zach, this is Reed. I met Zach on TikTok. I met Reed here. Another splitting headache. But we're staying warm in the cold snap, so that's a thing. Debating on making snackies. Well, snackies are always quite nice. I ate not too long ago, before stream started. But snackies are always wonderful. It's too bad that you have a headache. I was actually going to ask you if you would be interested in playing some League of Legends. Got you. You won't be making the best of me. You silly little slime. Oh dear, a black slime has blinded me. I guess I better swing my weapon wildly so I can hit it. You slimes are really voracious today. housemates got groceries, so I thought I might make some pasta. The housemates had also recently went grocery shopping. It's like they predicted we'd have to deal with some sort of, well, storm of sort. The amount of canned goods that were purchased, it has me quite suspicious. Poke catch. And if you wish to use a specific Pokeball, you type out the name of the Pokeball you wish to use. That is, of course, assuming that you have Pokeballs to use. How in the world did you get in the mud? Oh, congratulations. Sugoi. Ah, good, some silt. I was wondering when I might come across some. I do hope that the information that I've posted in one of my, well, panels has come in handy for those who are playing the Pokemon community game. Hey, what now? What kind of worm was that? A juggernaut worm. This Fargo mod has really made things topsy-turvy. With the amount of groceries my roommates brought back, I'm sure we'll have no shortage of pasta ourselves. Especially since most of the canned goods were Chef Boyardee. Lots of spigot, yes. I'm not normally one for pasta. What I like doing, though, is making carbonara. Of course, that's assuming that I have the ham and the eggs. I see this worm corpse is still kind of here. How bizarre. glad to see people of my chat getting along. I didn't anticipate any issues. But some people can be quite, well, cantankerous sometimes. Not saying that either of you will. But Reed and Zach, you two are quite nice individuals, as I've spoken with you numerous times. I'm glad I found the glowing mushroom biome. It'll be so much easier now to upgrade my potions. I did not mean to hit the button, was trying to pull up your messages. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I see. Well, I wouldn't mind speaking with you if you wish. I would just have to set up so that we can speak. Unless I misunderstood somehow. That first message was... Well, I'd have to reread the first message again. Where I'm not being assaulted by... well, giant snails. There we go. Oh right, I can just pause anyways. Let's see, Discord. Earbuds might not be as hard to handle. Sound with, not sound sensitive, just a lot of pressure. Yes, I don't see why not. One moment. Now that everything's been set up, let me turn down the music a bit. Don't want to be too loud. I don't know if he can be heard, but my friend Zach is in a call with me now.
So I can hear the call, but I won't be able to hear the background stuff. There won't be any extra volume. Probably so good.
Sorry to hear you have a headache.
No, it was -8 the other night. It was 0 degrees last night, and I haven't even looked to see what it is right now. I think it's supposed to get around like 14 degrees today. Yeah, it's 16 degrees out right now.
It's 18
It
here in
sucks.
Maine.
Yeah, we're in Indiana, and knock on wood, I am impressed with my furnace because this is the first year that it hasn't had to have work done on it and stopped in the middle of cold snap.
Well, that's
Usually
fortunate.
if the temp falls below 20 something degrees, it ends up just flipping out and gives up. Yeah, and restarted. How long has it been since the furnace ran? You got to keep in mind it does also cycle out cold air.
As a kitty who's been living in Maine for quite some time, the idea of not having a furnace is a horrifying one.
Unfortunately, we do. The furnace does what it can to keep up, but it sucks. You're charging that truck. The battery's still dead. Guys, no running through the house, please. Okay. Aaron, chill out.
So, do you have any exciting plans for your...
Hey, I know I usually let you two play in here. This is the one room, ironically enough, because it's the room with the furnace. This is the one room in the house that does not have any heat going to it aside from the den. You guys are not playing in here. This is the second coldest room in the house. No. You can play in your room, or as long as you guys aren't running around, you can play in the living room. But while this cold snap is going, you are not playing in her room, okay? Why she slept in my room the last 2 nights. Her room literally has no heat access. Kids were trying to play in my daughter's room. I don't understand how this house is. I will never understand. Half the house is on one breaker switch, which is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And the room with a furnace in it and a vent does not get anything from the vent. And it is ridiculous.
It could be how it's situated, how it's all put together.
I've been out of this place since the first year I lived here. I'm here almost 2 years and I hate it. You don't need to go in there. It's cold enough. Know who you were talking to. I'm in the room. It is my house too. And I am one of your people. You don't need to go in there, okay? I wasn't asking you. Just telling you that he said that it was cold. Yeah, it is cold in there. I was asking you what you thought. Which one of my rooms was the coldest room, 2 or 9? It would be his room. If his room is blocked off, then Aaron, your room would be about as warm as the living room as long as you're keeping your door open. because you have a small room with 2 vents in it and a tiny ass little heater. Okay? What's the point in you saying don't go in there? Close the door.
There we go. I was wondering why I couldn't see chat, but then I was like, oh yes, that's right, I minimized it.
That's for you. You have your own stuff and you keep half of everything that I do. Okay? Yeah. Let me also help you guess. You are not eating my food this time. Okay?
I swear, some of these enemy modifiers are quite annoying, but I do appreciate the challenge.
Well, I said I was making toast and your friend was instantly like, forget. Like, yes, of course we can. Forget this thing. Actually, I take that back. Tortelloni is the best. And I mean tortelloni, and not tortellini.
I can't say I've ever had any of that.
There's cheese butter, not for me. So. It was literally the only thing aside from pepperonis that I liked from Monocle's when I was a kid. The nostalgia treat from one of my grandmas. Well, someone just went in there, so you're not going in there. Give me pouty face.
I think the first time that I had pasta was, well,
Bouncing around and making a scene is only going to make you have to go more. Knock on the door, say you need to pee, ask them nicely to hurry up, and that is the best you can do, child. I am sorry. 5 people, 1 bathroom. You have to deal with it.
patience is a virtue. Not one easily exercised, however.
It's a virtue, and one that I constantly preach about.
These monster merchants are very strange. Don't tell anybody I was here. Of course I won't. Because you disappear. Oh good, a suspicious looking eye. I could use that.
There, Miss Moira. That is not just a suspicious looking eye. That is the eye of evil and chaos incarnate.
Well, the suspicious looking eye in Terraria summons the Eye of Cthulhu, a boss.
am I doing that? Not invested yet.
Did you happen to say what it is that you, what your thoughts were on us playing League of Legends again sometime? Not today, but another time. What were your thoughts on that? Were you against the idea or for it? I don't remember.
For.
Okay. Not today, because today is headache day and pasta day.
I don't play against. Not until they bring like or ice. Heroes again.
I'm still quite thrilled that you at least gave it the chance to play again.
It's lovely. They just see how toxic people.
It is unfortunate that so many people are so negative, though, yes.
Like, I'm not good at it. I wasn't good at it when I played it before, and I'm damn sure not good at it now. I'm not as bad as it as I thought. I figured by now, what little fucking skill I had was probably gone, and nah, this play's about the same.
Well, you know what they say, Zach. Practice makes perfect. We just need to get back into the swing of things, of course. But I have no doubt that once you start back up again, that you'll be able to play like the rest of us.
10 years work towards mastery.
Ultimately, I find that mastery doesn't really represent one's skill in the present moment, because there are times that, well, I have mastery 7 on Soraka, and yet I make so many foolish plays.
No, I don't think. League is probably one of the only MMOs I've ever.
MMO? I thought League was
MMORPG?
I thought...
Or is it a MOBA?
I was going to say, I think that League of Legends is a MOBA. I do recall hearing something on the grapevine about them wanting to create an MMORPG. I mean, they've created a card game, they've created a fighting game, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I think League technically has an app now. It does an app version, as you say. I don't know. I always mix MOBA and MMO because I mainly stick to farming simulators nowadays, so I have very little need for farming.
Well, people enjoy what they like. That's why mostly when I've streamed, it's been sandbox games such as Terraria and Starbound.
Play Terra. I know it started as a PC. I got it as PS4. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Did you hear me? Hello?
So many skeletons, my goodness.
You know? I do, however, at least know where to put my boots.
Definitely time to return to the surface. Spread,
Does
shed
not
some,
like okay.
shed some light on the stream. Well, it's not currently nighttime, so I can't do anything with the suspicious eye. But it does have a material tag, so it must be used for something. The ancient master's map of the lost king's great ancestors reveals the whole map. My word! What an item! Well, that's definitely hard mode. Trifold map. Yes, goggles, sunglasses, suspicious looking eye, mechanical eye. Interesting. Eye that could be seen as suspicious. What? I don't understand.
An eye that could be seen as suspicious.
I'm
Well, that's vague as hell.
Well, it summons the Eye of Cthulhu, and itself is a material. Let's see what Marty says it can be crafted into now. Oh my! I need something called an overloader. Let's see, material used to craft swarm summons. When used, all summons in the stack will be consumed. The more consumed, the more bosses will spawn. A trophy will drop every 10 kills. An energizer will drop every 100 kills. Let's see. The Amalgamation consumable summons several Eyes of Cthulhu. Only treasure bags will be dropped. My word. Fargo's mod really outdid themselves. I think I'm going to just, well, fight the regular Eye of Cthulhu. Let's see, I shall call that one equipment, and this one I shall rename into armor and vanity. There, much more room. I'm certainly curious into seeing what I can get from this silt. Holy cats! That was so fast. Excuse me while I must drop everything. It's not very often that a gold critter comes by. Right, back to speed silting. Well, now I have the rubies. I can only hope that now I have the means of getting the gold so I can make that upgraded yo-yo. The current one is fine, it just doesn't do enough damage. Say tungsten, silver, gold. Oh, plenty of gold to be made, yes.
I have captured another one of your Poke children.
I've noticed. Congratulations on getting the pine cone.
You can hear me.
Of course I can hear you. Why wouldn't I be able to hear you?
There's sometimes my headphones stuck.
I've been able to hear you this entire time.
Oh, snap.
Don't worry, you haven't said anything lascivious.
I know. It's a very weird feeling to be able to feel and hear my heart in my ear.
Reindeer antlers. Intriguing. I'd rather not be an antlered cat, however.
Well, why not?
It was quite unbecoming of me.
Now, riddle me this.
Yes.
If a rabbit with horns is a jackalope, is a cat with horns a jack-cat? Because that doesn't sound very clean.
I'm not quite certain.
Sounds like a setup for a really dumb, dirty joke.
Didn't sound like any kind of setup for a joke. It sounded like genuine intrigue.
It was. And then I heard how it sounded when I set it up. And it sounds like dirty.
So, Marty, what can I craft with a gold bunny? Oh, of course.
It was gold money or a gold bunny?
Gold bunny. I managed to capture a golden bunny. Now I can see I can either cook it into something called the Golden Delight, or I can put it in a cage.
That's a tough choice. Live your life in a cage or be eaten.
Well, I can set it free, but I'd really rather sell it. golden bunnies, well, a lot of golden critters really sell high. Let's see, this golden bunny would sell for 9 gold, 80 silver, and 39 copper.
So used to game prices. Sounds like D&D.
I think if anything, I'm going to hold on to it. See if I can capture or make some more, because there was that golden critter vat where I can make golden critters. Because then I can turn them into the golden, what was it again? The golden delight. Where was this? Oh yes. And then,
Now, if you get another golden bunny, can you technically breed them?
if only it would be so much easier to obtain golden critters if you could breed them like some sort of Minecraft thing. Let's see, golden delight, consumable, major improvements to all stats, awesome, 48-minute duration, unlimited buff at 30 stack in inventory, piggy bank, or safe. I don't quite understand what they mean by 30 stack.
Maybe you can have a stack of 30?
I don't quite know. The idea of having an unlimited buff of the golden of being fed. I don't know. Where did those mushrooms go to? Ah, there they are. Need to get myself a jar so I can do alchemy. Let's see.
Remember, if you ever lose track of the mushroom, find the caterpillar. Be prepared to be intellectually insulted and advised within the same 2 sentences.
There we go. Healing. A blood moon. How wonderful! My agility versus yours, eyeball. Time to play. Need my minions.
I think we still have the extension cord that's in the catwalk, but I would saw it out because I don't trust that there's not going to be moisture in that socket.
I feel like I definitely should have made the wooden, the upgraded yo-yo first. But I'd say I'm doing quite well in my mobility. My minions, of course, are making short work of it too.
Okay,
Yes, please hold still and spin so I can hurt you more there, eyeball.
Using as it was, but it was indeed amusing. Please hold still so I can hurt you. Why? So I can hurt you.
When the Eye of Cthulhu in the normal difficulty gets to half health, it spins around in place, shaking off its eye and reforming a mouth. It's quite horrifying, but I would expect nothing less than an eyeball belonging to Cthulhu. Rick, why are you glowing? Oh dear. My squirrel townsfolk has gone, well, feral. I clicked on it and it's now saying you will suffer. My word.
You said that's a squirrel?
Yes, I have a townsfolk that is a squirrel in a top hat.
Sounds like they have it out for you, buddy.
I'm not certain why, but I guess it would have to be because of the blood. A lot of bloody creatures spawn, a lot more creatures spawn, and certain NPCs, well, sell different things and react certain ways. Like my zoologist becomes a werefox.
I don't know why that popped this in my head. It is a partial lie. I know exactly why it popped this in my head. So, I want to say it was a Black Mirror episode, but I feel like even this is a little too strange for Black Mirror, so it might not be Black Mirror. But there was, it was one of the anthology shows that's on Netflix, which is why I think it so so there was this picture that they found, I want to say it was supposed to be like sun or something. But anyways, they used it for weight loss treatments. And it would literally, like, it just set off a fat. So it would just literally suck the fat right out of you. Sounds like a great idea. It's extremely profitable. For reals, right? Well, they don't do any intensive testing. For whatever reason. Because if they had, they would have noticed that all of the creatures that they pulled out were female. And they were laying eggs as they were feeding on these people. And then a fucking blood moon. A fucking blood moon appears, which apparently is the hatching cycle trigger. And there's this giant ass male, like the size of a fucking person, that emerges out of the guy who starts the whole program. And it is so fucking intense. And it is...
Definitely sounds intense.
It's crazy. And of course, you know, one of the only people that survives is the guy who goes to check everything out. Because, you know, he's curious. He wants to change some stuff in his life around. And he figures, I guess, you know, why not try weight loss? And, like, he's just like, this ain't little fucking sketch. So, like, they do, like, live procedures with some of these people. And, like, you literally just watch the fat get sucked out of their bodies. And he's like, this is too good to be true. Nothing works like that without a fucking price. No.
What is this show again you're talking about?
I want to say...
It sounds like an episode of Supernatural. They did something like that, very similar, where there was a demon of a sort or something that fed on fat.
I don't remember what the creature was called, but yeah, they did something like that in Supernatural, but it was humanoid. I think they just nicknamed them fat suckers, but they, why can't I remember the name of the critter that... It starts with an L. Like, it's the actual type of creature that the fat suckers were supposed to be based off of. I don't think lancet fish is the right creature, but that is all that's popping in my head. Yeah.
I'm sure it will
hate
come
lying
to.
so much. But long story short, yes, they did do something in Supernatural with this. But in the show I'm talking about, like, it's just straight up worm. Like, it's freaky. It's like they did a cross of that and whatever the creature from Splice was supposed to be.
Oh yes, Dread.
I love that movie so much, but it is
Quite
so
strange, but very
fucked up.
entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so weird. And like in Splice, it made a little bit of sense. Like, not everything, but a lot that activated the male genes. I think that was supposed to be what they were going for with that. Like, essentially their eggs getting fertilized was what allowed them to reproduce with something else. I'm not.
It
I
was
didn't
quite some
fully get
time
it.
ago. It's quite some time ago, and I don't quite remember myself.
Species was good though. Species was a beautiful show. Species 3 was fucked up. It was really fucked up. It was good.
Let's see, I think I have enough. Wait, where'd they go? Oh, here they are. Okay, so 3 fireflies. And then I just need some cobweb to spin into silk. And that should complete the outfit. There it is. The wandering yukata.
Nobody gets that reference. I'm sorry.
What was the thing you had said? Oh yes, Ace Ventura.
Yes. Thank you. So worried I had officially gotten old.
Shawshank Redemption. Shish Kebab. Chicago. I need to fight the King Slime so I can get the solidifier. Apparently, I can use the solidifier in this mod with other things. Hold on one moment.
The lines for the Mad Hatter stuff in my head. It's not a few times. I was not aware that you were not aware. Yeah, it's been doing that to me, to Vito. Like, your stream's still going. You just have to, like, refresh the thing for the viewers. Like, the viewers have to refresh on their end to be able to continue doing it. I don't know why Twitch started doing that, because it used to be that it would just auto reconnect it on the viewer's end, and nope, it doesn't anymore. And I feel like that's like
Oh,
It's going
there.
to become more
There
and
we
more of
go.
a
Everything's
deterrent.
been changed. I believe I fixed it on my end. How peculiar. So, as I was saying, I need to get myself a solidifier from the king slime so that I can make use of it. Hemo clicker. How interesting. But I'm not going to be playing the clicker class. Well, it's the first time that I've ever, well, been disconnected from my own stream, that's for certain.
Yeah, it happens to me about 3 times per stream, I feel.
Well, so long as I'm still recording and it doesn't end up becoming 2 separate streams, I don't see any issue. Of course a traveling merchant has appeared. Just when I happen to not be in the area. Oh, come now, where is it? Which one of these caverns has the entrance that I was seeking? Ah, here we go. Alright, you get back here. What do you have for sale? A fedora? Absolutely not. Let's see, Dynasty Wood. Red Dynasty Shingles. Blue Dynasty Shingles. I already have the fez. I don't want a winter cape. Button masher? No. Clicker class stuff. Nothing I want. I forget what I can do with you once I've captured you. Marty, tell me, what can I do? I can make a number of things. I still find this appalling. Being able to use a meat grinder with any of the NPCs, turning them into, well, flesh blocks. How horrifying. And of course, bloodbath dye and red paint using the dye vat. Oh, that's right. I need 2 for some of these. 3 for this. I'm still going to have to dig down further. Can I make the crown? Oh good, I can. So there's the crown. No, I'm not going to need any more than that. It's time to go off to the corruption again. Because I have a bunch of slime to combine. A vulture worm, how horrifying. This I have to see.
A vulture worm?
Well, Fargo's mod adds enemy modifiers to certain things, and I was expecting something different when it said worm vulture. What it means is it's a bunch of the enemies tied together to form a segmented creature.
So, like a human centipede, but a lot less terrifying?
More terrifying.
More terrifying. Okay, did not think that was possible.
Well, some of the enemies are flying eyeballs that are, well, as big as your head. And there's a worm variety of them. But yet,
I don't know how to feel about it. Oh no, don't tell me.
there are many strange things in Terraria, especially when mods are involved. Like when playing Calamity mod, I was not expecting to eventually fight a dragon god.
Peter?
Okay, down I go.
What are you this time?
There we go, the slime crown. Now it's time to fight the king of slimes. I'm so thankful that I managed to come across one of these spider mounts. Being able to get from A to B so quickly without using any means of flying or boots is really marvelous.
Okay, so you are riding in it. You are not the spider.
I'm riding a giant spider.
That makes my skin crawl, but you do you, buddy.
It's quite massive.
I respect the spiders. I don't like spiders being on me or on the ceiling above me. I can't imagine riding in one. Oh. No.
So I take it then by your comments that you're not watching.
Oh, I'm watching. I can't have the stream. I can't have the stream full screen because I am watching and on call with you on my phone. And whenever I try to full screen the stream, you stop hearing me.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, I'm on a gigantic spider. It acts very strangely on platforms. It glides.
Yeah,
But it's
I'm
quite
not
an
big on
efficient
pretty.
mount. Oh goodness. Doing that was a mistake.
Reminds me of the Nixox mount in ESO. Which I still cannot make up my mind if the Nixox looks more like a spider or a very overgrown flea. Still leaning flea.
Okay, so there's the porcupine. There's the ant. And there's my squashling.
Oh, that was a ripoff. Fugu are supposed to be what spawns the fucking gold ones when it rains. It is raining. That was a gold bubble spot. Fugu are literally the rarest fish to fucking catch right now. What the shit was that? That was not supposed to be a marlin or a swordfish. That was supposed to be a fucking fish. I haven't seen gold bubbles in days at the ocean.
I feel like I'm riding some sort of, well, spider-shaped monorail when I'm on these platforms. Oh goodness, he's actually managed to get up here with me. Not for long, you've been juked.
I was robbed.
There we go, that takes care of that. Now,
Dr. Kitty, I have been robbed, and I am furious. The best cat joke I have for you.
what is the matter then, friend? Why are you furious?
So there is this really obnoxious fish that is nigh impossible to catch in this fucking game, and it only spawns when it's raining or storming. And when it's not raining and you find gold bubbles in the ocean, you catch a fucking swordfish. But when it is raining and you go to the gold bubbles, that is supposed to be a fugu. I did not catch a fugu in the rain at the ocean. I just found more gold bubbles. We're gonna hope it doesn't rip me off again, because I might legitimately. That was also a swordfish. I was robbed again.
You'll be able to get yours.
But I need the fugu. I need it. I can't find it. Wish I could fucking mod this damn game, but it's not even fully done yet. And I have no idea how in the hell you'd mod a game for the Switch. That just sounds like a whole another level of nightmare, and I don't know how to mod stuff in general. The only reason I've ever even used mods is because there's a creations club for Skyrim now, and you can use player-made mods through that and spend currency to get them. And it is worth it. It is very worth it. My primary mount is a fucking unicorn, and tell me that's not worth it.
That sounds quite amazing.
It is. His name is Vor.
I myself use the creation kit to make mods. More specifically, working on a mod for Skyrim that is a reimagination of something that I was working on for Oblivion.
Never played Oblivion. I want to so badly. It's 3 problems. 1, there is no traveling. Not unless you want to walk everywhere your damn self. 2, you can create dead worlds. And I am also not okay with that. And 3, which is also a reason why I want to play it. Probably the only reason why I want to play it. Aside from just being able to finally say that I've played Oblivion. Number 3 would have to be the fucking giant ass water dragon or sea dragon that just eats you if you swim out too far. I started playing the games backwards. I started with ESO and then had to hear about everybody being pissy about the looting system in ESO. Then I started playing Skyrim. Completely understood the bitch fit about the looting system, because they could totally get away with it in ESO. They could do the whole strip 'em clean shit, but they don't, and it's fucking annoying. Anyways. The next on the list would be Oblivion, but I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
Well, it's not as bad as people say. You can modify it so that it has good graphics as good as, well, Skyrim.
What? Faster.
Most people's complaints with Oblivion nowadays is that the people don't look as good as modern day graphics, and it shouldn't come as any surprise really, because considering that Oblivion came out in 2009, if I remember correctly. In 2009, graphics weren't all that good. It's the same reason.
That was when Skyrim came out.
2006, actually. You're right. Because Skyrim came out in 2011.
Yeah. Literally the only reason I even know that is in one of the previous E3s. My partner literally only watched for the Bethesda announcement. And this is someone who does not show emotion unless they force it, does not know how to normally show emotion. And this motherfucker came into the kitchen after they announced that there was a new game in the works. Came into the kitchen, could not formulate anything coherent, and then just threw his arms out and goes, "Hold me," and starts sobbing. I I'm sorry. But there is then a nerd weeping over a game announcement that expresses his joy. And my nerd does not display emotion. So seeing that reaction was just beautiful.
There are quite a number of games that have elicited so much emotion from so many people in the gaming community. But none, I think, as much as, well, sequels usually. And The Elder Scrolls is no, well, stranger to sequels, considering they've been putting out games for, well, forever.
You know a game that really disappointed me? Just absolutely disappointed me? Adventure Quest.
Never heard of it.
It used to be one of those old school PC games where like you pull up the map, you go to an area, and it's this really cheesy looking enemy that's all on the screen, and you can select between like 3 different attacks to use, and like it doesn't even show your character when you're attacking them. It literally just shows that. And it went from that to AQ Worlds. And in the beginning, AQ Worlds had room for so much improvement, and it did have potential. And you know what? Every time I log into my account, there is no further progress on the game itself. They have done nothing with it since I was in high school. And one of my favorite bands even created a soundtrack for them. One Eyed Doll was part of, I think, their last major event. And that event is literally what created the love for my favorite color. It's not just purple, it's chaos purple. It's deep neon ultraviolet purple. A very specific purple.
That does seem like a very specific color.
Yes. And it was the purple used in the event. And it is the only way I've ever known how to explain it since. It was for the Chaos event, so I've always called it Chaos Purple. And everybody gets confused when I call it that. And then when I explain to them what it looks like, they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. Like, yeah, Chaos Purple.
That makes sense.
But they have done nothing with it in over a decade. And it just, I could cry. I could fucking cry. Because if you type in adventurequest.com, it redirects you to AQ World. And I would rather play the old school clicker than the MMORPG that they made. I would rather play the clicker. And that's sad.
It sounds a lot like you have a, well, you're reminiscing on what was and what isn't. But I understand that at the same point, because there are many people that used to play the original RuneScape. But then they upgraded it into, well, something a little more modern, and people did not like that. But now there exists a version of RuneScape that is merely like classic. One of the people I sometimes raid, Bardino, actually plays it on occasion. Who to fight next? Oh, that's right, the Torch God. Suppose I could try that next.
Don't real because I couldn't.
Oh yes, the Eater of Worlds. I don't exactly have the armor to deal with it, but I do have the mobility to deal with it. May I just say, if there are any Fargo creators or developers in the stream or watching the VODs, be it on Twitch on here or on my YouTube, may I just say how strange it is to, well, not the Fargo developers, but if there are any developers for the Amulet of Many Minions, how strange it is to glide across rails with your giant spider mount that you've created. It's amusing, and I hope that you never get rid of it. If it's an intended bug, or what have you. Oh, that's right. If I'm to be going to the corruption, I'm going to need to use bombs so that I can get through the demonite. No, the Ebonstone.
The voice chat. Headaches would make it worse, but I will keep your stream pulled up, so I will be in your live chat.
Wonderful.
Okay. It was wonderful chatting with you.
As always with you as well, Zach.
It's brother.
Definitely time to revisit the Crimson, or Corruption rather. How peculiar. A bat merchant. And it gave me a fizz. I wonder if it's implied that when they say don't tell anyone, that they mean to not mention it to anyone in the wiki. Which is, well, quite silly. I think this is going to be a very difficult fight. Considering what I'm going to have to do. I'm somehow going to have to mitigate the corruption that I'm feeling. The problem with that being is that I have to be outside the corruption in order to not be, well, corrupted. There must be a way, a potion or something. Off to town. Welcome back to the chat. I have been booped. I must say, I cannot wait until I can have channel points. I wouldn't mind having a redemption that allows people to boop the kitty. Mice sink. Mice prick. How strange. Metal sink. Green dungeon sink. I wonder what would go well with candy cane. I suppose the obvious answer would be something from the confectionery biome, but I'm not in hard mode quite yet. There must be something that fits the candy aesthetic. Of course, the crystal sink would do quite nicely, but again, that's hard mode. I suppose the honey sink would work, though I would think that it would supply me with honey instead of water. Well, I suppose a pumpkin sink would work. I forget where I make it. Workbench. Oh, there it is. There. Now I have a means to fill up bottles. Multitask center. Keg. Sink. A wooden sink. Cooking pot. Chair. Table. Loom. Sawmill. Why, that's about everything I have here. And itself is a material. I see. A puff in a bottle. Let's see. Purity renewal. Mushroom renewal. This is not what I had in mind. Right, let's fill this bottle with some water. Now that I have a sink. There he is. Now let's see if there's any potions that can help me with that problem of being in the corruption. Sugar water. A potion. Gaia dye. Well, I look forward to seeing what you look like. Soul glue. Oh, soul shine. Oh, I need more deathweed. I would definitely like to have an unlimited buff. So I need more deathweed. I can definitely do that with this. Deathweed. I need... How many do I need again? Well, I need 30 stars, so I need to go out and get some more stars. Soul shine. Influence. I see. So I need 30. And then I need 30 bottles, and then I need 30 stars. Time for some more stars. I had a feeling there would be a star or two up here. Oh, come now, there must be some stars about. It is nighttime after all. Pardon me for a moment. much better now that I've hydrated. My goodness, Reed was absolutely right. This spider is certainly so fast. I do need to improve upon my housing. I have quite a few NPCs now that could use some housing. I would certainly like to make use of their services. Absolutely a possessed zombie. It's flying, which is something zombies don't do. I want to see if I can collect as many stars as possible. By the by, for those who are interested in my Starbound Track and Universe playthrough, I'm almost quite done with the ship. The aesthetics of it is almost finished. And I'll have you know that I almost have enough fuel to get off, well, to get out of that star system. Having to make use of, well, biofuels such as algae is definitely not what I was expecting to have to do in order to get off that star system. Oh, I see. I've never been this far. I wonder if there's anything worthwhile down here. Well, you go down quite far. I'm likely going to suffocate first, before I make it to the bottom. But not today. My goodness, must you harass me? You stupid worm creatures. Joke's on you, Shark. I win. That makes 2 possessed things today. quite a haul, if I do say so myself. Oh yes, the fishbowl staff. Quite useful. Okay, so now that I have yes. Unlimited buff at 30 stack in inventory. Or in piggy bank, they said. I see now what they mean. Oh, I do like this. So just by merely having 30 of certain potions and things, I can have an unlimited... Oh my, that's quite useful. I think it should go without saying that this mod is quite good. I almost have a 30 stack of mining potions. Let's see. What other potions can I create? That one would be quite useful. I need obsidian though. I needed one of these. But for what? Oh yes, that's right. So now I just need to get a water gun. Because I have an umbrella. I have an umbrella hat. Need to get a raincoat, a rain hat. I'm still quite interested in knowing what it is that I can use this with. Oh, that's right, you're a material. Let's see. Oh, right, the sunflower gem, whatever that is. Let's see, you're a material. Colossus Soul. What on earth? Crucible of the Cosmos. Ankh Shield, Frozen Shield, Hero Shield, Shiny Stone, Star Veil, Bee Cloak, Charm of Myths, Pocket Mirror, Brain of Confusion, Worm Scarf, Obsidian Horseshoe, Hand Warmer, and your material. Oh my. Oh, that's right. In order for me to upgrade my boots, I need an anklet. There's many a thing I need, unfortunately. I need more rubies. I definitely want to upgrade my yo-yo. But I don't want to use the Demonite and make myself the wherever. Oh, hello. Demonite Boomerang. Light's Curse. Light's Garner. Oh, that's right. I remember now. There are certain themes that can be fused into other versions of themselves due to that one Zenith mod. I'm sorry about the spider. I did say I was going melee, and a scythe would be quite nice. But it would rather much go boomerangs and yo-yos, as there's something I don't actually use much. I suppose I could always uncraft it. Oh, I see. It functions like the scythe you can get from hard mode, just a lot weaker. Well, that is quite nice to have a weapon that can go through blocks. I think I'll keep it. It's definitely my strongest weapon right now, that's for certain. I guess it's time to put away this to save space. I have to admit it's quite funny when it walks like this so quickly that the other legs go to the back. That is quite strong. Well, now that I have that immunity, well, partial immunity to corruption, I can explore the corruption quite more easily. forgot to put out my beans. And with that, I am the victor. And I've only accrued 4 poison. Having that 80% immunity is quite nice. Let's see if I can fight another one. I would very much like to definitely get to the rest of the corruption. I think I should leave for just a moment. I understand that it goes up at a certain rate. I think once my corruption reaches 0, I'm gonna go back in. See if I can fight it again. certainly interested in seeing what it is a zenith, well, scythe could be, as well as a zenith boomerang and yo-yo. Back into the void. Are you serious? I missed that much. Well, that's what the dynamite's for. Fire in the hole. Me, wow, quite big. Unfortunately, I no longer have the means of exploding more. Well, of course, now that I have the means to create, now that I have the means of creating more demonite with the shadow scales, I should be able to create a nightmare pickaxe. And just like that, in merely 2 streams, I have well, not what's the word I'm looking for? I have circumnavigated the need to have a better, well, pickaxe, like iron or silver or gold. All of these floating lanterns are quite nice. It's how the townspeople celebrate when you've defeated a boss. And it's quite beautiful. Hello again, Caramel. I knew you were materials. The solidifier. I can use the trophy to turn it into an eater of souls. That would be quite nice. Although I'm quite fond of how much damage the squashling is doing. Can be powered up by holding a combat pet emblem. So currently it is dealing 16 summon damage, I believe. Will do additional damage. So how much ever damage it was doing before? I see. Well, I would very much like to see what it is that the Eater's Bone happens to become. No, I don't. Don't think I don't hear you, Caravan. I hear you meowing. Oh, I see. A demon altar, I can turn it into a crimson heart. Or I would rather not play FPS chess, thank you. Very interesting. So by using the shadow armor and a musket and a war axe of night. Well, I very much like that. I have a musket. I just need to make the axe. You're quite annoying. Oh, I see. The monster meat from the Don't Starve Together update can be affected by the amulet of many means. I see. Well, hopefully I have enough shadow scales to create everything that was mentioned. Well, if I was going full summer, that would be quite useful. Oh no, you seem to have run out of Pokeballs. A demon altar that is craftable? Okay, I'll buy it. I do hope you're placeable and that you can be picked up. How did I not notice you when I was looking at this earlier? I would like to put you somewhere, but I don't want you to not be mineable. Okay, good. This version can be picked up. Well, there's the war axe. There's the musket. Now I just need to make the armor. Oh, that's right, the pickaxe too. But the pickaxe first. You're a material? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Well, it looks like I'm holding on to you then. I was going to convert you simply into ore, but you survive for now. looks like I'm gonna have to fight again. Not that I mind. The mutant seems to have access to food. There is, of course, also the there's also the orbs. Well, let us fight again. Oh, that's right. I can only have 2 minions right now. I don't know which one I like better. I almost forgot. I still have the axolotl. Oh, that's right. You take up that space. What to do? Wormy fruit. Summons the eater of worlds in any biome, but it wouldn't stay. I had a feeling the overloader would be something. Worm chicken. Disgusting. The idea of fighting the Eater of Worlds in any other, well, in any other biome just seems silly. Because it's supposed to run away if it's not in the corruption. Well, if these Zenith weapons are functioning like I think they are, that would mean that there's actually a jungle variant of Yo-Yo as well. That one I knew, but a jungle... No, wait, that would be the chakra. So then there would be a jungle variant of a sickle, or a scythe rather. What on earth is going on? Why was the spider broken? Seems as though one of the roommates is home. What on earth? A miniature? Oh, this is very strange. Well then. That was rather lackluster. I was gonna say, can I get one that's full size now? I've always loved this about weapons with tear-through. Things like these are great at dealing with enemies like worms. Worms with piercing, I believe, is terminology, actually. Weapons with piercing. Oh, that's quite enough, you two. Well, aren't you precious? You're a tiny little thing. While I would like to see what his Romeo has, I'd very much like to fight the Eater once more. Oh, what a mess this is. I prefer when I destroyed the head. A worm. And that takes care of that. More soda and button mashers, really? I will need you. material for the revolver. Well, let's see it. I see. Set your critical strikes chance to 5%. Every crit will increase it by 5, up to double your crit strike chance, or 15. Getting hit resets your crit to 5%. Return of the crit. Well, that's quite nice. Quite interesting. What is it I can do with this again? Oh, that's right. I can power it up. I don't simply have the room anymore. There are definitely things I'm going to have to get rid of, because I don't have any duplicates. You're technically not Holiday. I'm going to need another chest, I believe. Yes. Going to put you somewhere else, like valuables. Let's see, the banner. Oh, I see. I can use the banners to create things. Now that is very useful. 10 with a mithril anvil to create one of those. 5 meat grinder. Very useful. Well, now that I have enough demonite. Okay. So the helmet and the scale mail. If you're wondering about why it looks so different, it's because I'm using a retexture mod from the workshop. Now, what was it I was looking for again? Craft. So the helmet, the scale mail, the greaves, the musket, the war axe of night, shadow orb. So I should have everything. There. The reaching shadow enchantment. Oh, right. Let's see. Oh, I never did look and see what this can be made into. Oh my, the Crucible of the Cosmos. I need that, whatever that is. So the wood enchantment. Boreal wood enchantment. Rich mahogany. Oh, I wonder if there's elemental things to be. I see. I'm going to have to make more. Okay, let's see. Are you telling me that I can make one of these emblem enchantment things with these pumpkins. Okay, so I've made that now. Oh, I see. Pumpkin enchantment. Grow pumpkins while walking on the ground. When fully grown, they heal 25 HP and spawn damaging embers. Enemies that touch them will destroy them and take damage. I see. Okay. And you in turn become your material as well. So, I need the pumpkin pie, easy. A sickle, easily purchased. And then 50 Molotov cocktails. I don't remember how to make those. As I was saying before, the roommates are home. So if you hear anything in the background, that's likely them.
Power outs are Christmas miracles.
Something about Christmas miracles. I didn't quite hear what they said. Oh, did you see that meteorite in the background? Oh my goodness, chat. Another meteorite. Calling it right now. Strange.
Love you.
There should have been another one somewhere. Well, I guess it didn't spawn because I need to mine up the other one. Quite easy now that I've got a nightmare pickaxe. Right, so the shadow enchantment, what can you become? Ancient shadow enchantment. I see. Shadow enchantment, ancient greaves, shadow flame knife, shadow flame hex doll, and you yourself are material. I see. Oh. Oh my. That's quite keen. So wait, are they suggesting if I attack one of the orbs? Oh, I see. And they eventually come back. I wonder if their explosions can trigger off each other. Almost, it almost hit. Very close. Oh, they can't trigger off each other. That would be spectacular if they could. Okay, going to put that there. There. Oh, that's right. Now to make the armor of the other kind. The, do I have enough? I'll need to chop down some more mahogany trees. I have enough boreal wood. Palm wood. So now I need to shake palm trees so I can get a coconut. Somehow find myself a breeding weed. See, there's the ebonwood helmet. But since I cannot collect shade wood on this world, I'll be making it with the altered stuff. Where is it? I don't think I ever made cactus. Oh, there's the ebon. Let's put you right there. What haven't I made yet? Oh yes, the rich mahogany. Okay. cactus helmet, cactus breastplate, cactus leggings. Well, I could do that right now. I don't have access to, well, pearlwood. Once I've hit, I think, once I've hit hard mode, I'll do that, so it will be at least legal. Since I won't have access to, well, pearlwood, since it will be confectionery. Now, let's see. Marty. Cactus enchantment. Water leaf. Secret of the sands. I'm going to need to explore, I see. And a flounder. So by fishing, by gathering water leaves, and by exploring the underground, what do I get? While attacking, you release a spray of needles. Enemies will explode into needles on death if they are struck with your needles. It's the crunchiest. Okay. Fish mahogany. Hook. Moonglow. Pineapple. All the grappling hooks pull 1.5 times as fast, shoot twice as fast, and retract 3 times as fast. While grappling, you gain 10 defense and a 50% thorns effect. Very useful. I do hope I've kept some of the hooks. I just have to shake some rich mahogany trees for the pineapples. Shadewood greaves. Though I suppose it's a moot point in being able to create this, since I won't be able to get a blood orange. Unless the Dryad sells seeds to, well, so I can make a crimson variant. An aura of shadow flame. Ebonwood sword, vile mushroom, blackcurrant. I see. That could be quite useful. That could be very quite useful. I like that one very much, actually. That might be the next one I make. And last but not least, Boreal. 300 snowballs. Shiverthorn, excuse me. Plum. Attacks periodically will be accompanied by several snowballs. I see. Right, so let's put you all in here. And then I'm going to put the valuables in here. That's definitely markedly better than anything else I've seen for the enchantments so far. So, let's see. Band of star power. I won't need that necessarily. What can I do with you? So I can make a band of regeneration. Right, okay. Can I unmake you? Well, that seems a bit odd. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Panic necklace. Can I unmake you? I'm going to not do that. I'm not going to be putting any NPCs into the unmaking menu. Very broken. Let's see what this enhanced version of tModLoader does. Let's go somewhere where there are enemies. You charge it. I guess I should have been surprised, but I guess I was expecting some sort of range attack. Oh yes, the baby bone monster. Of course, then you can be turned into the amulet of many minions. Let's see what it is you do. Well, you keep up quite quickly. Let's see what you do. Please do more than just charge enemies. You fly somehow. How are you flying? Very peculiar. So I'm going to be calling this stream at about 6 minutes, but I think I'd like to at least try to get these first before I call the stream, and of course then find someone to raid. Oh, that's spooky wood. No, 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 no. Eben, Eben. I suppose that's on you, Vulture. One of these is going to drop Black Current, I just knew it. as I was saying, I knew that I would eventually come across one. Now to get home. It would seem that I'm having intermittent failures with my streams due to some sort of power outages or something, some sort of disconnect with the servers. I assure you I'll keep streaming for a number of more minutes, but not much longer. Okay, there's the Everwood enchantment. Very good. Oh, I see. It's affected, like some sort of, well, it's blocked by certain locks. Very interesting. Well, that'll do for today. It has been quite some fun. Today has been another day, fine day for streaming. I hope everyone has enjoyed themselves today. I do plan on playing some more Fargo sometime soon. I'm not sure how much longer before I do it again. I don't plan on doing multiple streams of the same thing every time I do stream. But it has been fun nonetheless. So many strange combinations. All these armors and weapons being fused together into these enchantments. Well, it's to say for the lack of better words, it's been enchanting. So, if you happen to miss today's stream, you can find me on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. I post my VODs on Twitch and YouTube, and sometimes clips you'll find on TikTok. And you'll find me under the same name of the Tabernacle on all three platforms. Well, since I won't be seeing anyone until Tuesday, I hope everyone has a splendid holiday and is quite warm where they are. I think, let's see, who shall I raid today? Oh, I think I know who we can raid. Somebody who's been a good friend of mine for quite some time. They have also helped me with their coding knowledge with my mod for Starbound. So we're going to be raiding Divine Kate, a splendid person from Australia. And they appear to be only about halfway, a good half an hour into their stream. So it's not like they'll be stopping anytime soon. Anyway, that's all for today, and I'll see you next week. Enjoy your weekends and your holidays as you celebrate Christmas. Anyways, it's been Kaibio, the Dapper Buck and Echo, signing out. Ta-ta!